Well, hello there, Pisces. It's so good to see you. Happy birthday. I hope this is a wonderful year for you. I will be putting up your birthday tarot here in a couple of days, so please look forward to that. And today we're going to do March 2025. So we'll take a look first at the overall energy with the oracle cards, and then we'll go to the tarot for more details. So let's jump into it. Let's see what is on the horizon for you. Great adventure. Take a risk. Venture forward. I love this energy. This is a little bit of Aries energy, which follows your season, but it's the energy of really getting excited about starting something new, right? Either in March, it could be, because Aries season actually starts in March, but it's the energy of getting really excited. I've always said this. I think one of the best parts about a trip is actually planning it, right? And preparing for it, and the excitement that you get thinking about, the new place you're going to go, buying the clothes, or, planning where you're going to eat. It's almost like I feel Pisces season, your season is really about taking a look. What adventure would you like to take this next year? It could be a trip, but maybe it's even more of starting your own business, or expanding your business, or expanding your career, starting a new relationship, moving to a new city. There's an energy here of really allowing the excitement within you to kind of like bubble up and to inspire you about taking steps, especially starting, towards the end of March, taking steps on planning, not planning, yeah, but actually putting it into a plan, right? It's kind of like maybe Pisces season is still that dreamy energy of where would I like to go? What experience would I like next on my journey? And then Aries season is taking action, starting to put a plan together, because vulture spirit, nothing is wasted. Yeah, there's a little bit of energy here, Pisces, of feeling like you want to go in a new direction, start that new business, start, expanding your relationship sector in whatever way that might mean, a new romance, a new friends, new soul tribe members. But there's something here about feeling as though if you embark on something new, it may just come to nothing, right? And here the energy is that nothing is wasted. If some of you are also kind of feeling like in order to go in a new direction, you would have to leave, sometimes we have to leave a job or a relationship or friends behind as we move to a new location. It's also understanding that if you're kind of feeling like, well, that was a waste, that relationship was a waste, I put all that time and energy into it and it was a waste, or that creative project, I put all that time and energy into it and it was a waste. It wasn't a waste, okay? This reminds us that nothing is wasted, because even if the outcome of a relationship, a situation, a business, a creative project isn't exactly what you were hoping for, the truth of the matter is that you learned something. Yeah, look at this. You have the Y card and you have true love. You're understanding that even if something didn't work out the way that you wanted it to, there were other things that you gained in that experience. Really kind of interesting, because I was actually journaling this morning about my day yesterday. I'm one of those people that can kind of like make a to-do list, and then I got sidetracked on some other things, right? And I didn't get my to-do list. And at the end of the day, I was really kind of like sitting in this energy of I didn't accomplish anything because I had this to-do list and I hadn't accomplished almost anything on that to-do list. And I was focusing on what I didn't get done that day. But the other things that popped up in my life, the other distractions, what I was considering distractions, when I really sat down and thought about it, I was like, there was a lot of synchronicity in that. I learned a lot more about myself. There were people that called me up out of the blue to honestly thank me for something that I had done, right? And that had occurred a long time ago. And then all of a sudden, I was kind of like, getting people recognizing the effort that I had put in something in the community that I thought had totally been forgotten. And I recognized that, okay, I didn't get what I wanted to get accomplished that day, but it did give me more insight in how I have these other skills and talents that I really didn't think I had. And especially when the outcome of what I was trying to accomplish didn't work out, right? Then I was lamenting. That was a lot of time wasted. I shouldn't have done that. I recognized, even though I didn't get the outcome that I wanted, okay, in that community thing that I was trying to get done, I was also at the same time being recognized for my efforts in it. And it almost kind of like helped me to have a little bit of, it was just reaffirming some of those talents that I think I may have. The way that I was able to communicate my ideas at, a community board meeting, and the way that I could organize people. So it's kind of like, I feel a little bit like you have the same thing because you have the death card here. There's an energy here of understanding that something didn't work out, but it really didn't work out in your favor. When I really started thinking about it, if my outcome had worked out in this community thing that I was trying to get started, I would have had to put a lot of time and energy into that, which would have been fine. But it's kind of like, I feel like there's another door opening up for you because you have the death card, but then the next card out is the Fool card. Understanding, yes, something you are closing the door on something. And I do feel like you're kind of like lamenting, just kind of like I was yesterday. Right? It's kind of like lamenting about how something didn't work out the way that you wanted to, but look at what's here, building blocks. What you don't realize is that in this situation, you were actually building your confidence, perhaps, in your own ability to organize, to create, to speak your mind, right? To clarify what it is that you really and truly want. Maybe even clarifying why you are here, allowing yourself to take a little bit of a deeper dive in what is in alignment with what you want for yourself and what is not. And then look at this, the divine timing with a leg up. And this is a gift from the universe. Pisces, I'll have to say, I have a Pisces South node. Right now, the collective's North node is in Pisces. And we're in Pisces season. That is understanding that we're opening up to seeing ourselves in a new way and allowing ourselves to say, okay, this maybe didn't work out for my highest good, right? Rejection is God's protection. Allowing yourself to say, okay, I'm not going to lament anymore about how something didn't work out. Instead, I'm going to kind of like take a deeper look. What did I learn out of that situation that I can take forward with me? It's so funny because, I really and truly, when I was journaling, and I love to journal every day because I think it especially with my Pisces South node, and then I have a Gemini Sun, it's kind of like I can be very fragmented. I can be up in my head. I can be very scattered with my thoughts. By journaling, it gives me kind of a format, right, to put all of this that's going on up here onto paper. And if you don't journal, you may want to try that at this time, because it was during that journaling process that I really and truly connected with what I was meant to see in what I thought were distractions. And I was frustrated with those distractions from yesterday. And at the same time, I had other people that, yesterday were calling me and wanting their help in different personal situations, right? And I recognized in myself a different version of myself that I haven't seen in a very long time. And I think that that is the full energy here, right? It's kind of like allowing yourself to say, I'm allowing something to end, whether that's just a mindset. For me, it was a mindset, right? It was a mindset. Allowing something to end so something new can begin. That you can see yourself not as an older version of yourself, but as this newer version. I love this because you have the vast universe and you have the mending card. You know, this is allowing yourself to see the ability you have to perhaps allow yourself to be creative in a way that helps other people, maybe on their spiritual journey, that you are a healer in whatever way that is. You know, perhaps that is about allowing yourself to share your creative abilities, your healing energy, your story with other people to help them on their journey, or to allow yourself to mend your own heart, right? Your own disappointments in how things have worked out in order to expand your own life. Let's take a look at this. This actually has something to do, I think, with love, right? You have the Two of Cups, the lovers, the Three of Cups, people coming back together. Archangel Michael is here. It's not coming back together, though, in the same way. And it could be even new people coming onto your path, right, with the great adventure. But it's understanding that you've crossed some type of threshold where you're no longer seeing yourself in the older version of yourself. You have allowed yourself, look, you're the World card, seeing yourself in a new light. I think you've been blocking it. Two of Swords. Yeah, Eight of Swords. I can totally understand. This is kind of like how I was feeling. You know, because I kind of spoke up in my community about a month ago and then heard nothing, nothing from even my peers or anything. I didn't hear anything. And I was like, wow, I was off the mark on that. I walked away and I thought, oh, why did I even do that? Right? Because I put myself out there. I really did. And so then it was kind of like, okay, I'm not speaking up anymore. I'm allowing myself to go back into the cage. Well, I guarantee you there are some people that probably wanted me to go back into that cage. But then all of a sudden, it's kind of like when I allowed myself to see myself in a new light. And I feel like Archangel Michael or my other guardian angels or spirit guides, my past loved ones, brought those people onto my path yesterday. And I think it is so strange that I heard from several people yesterday, a month later, right? It's kind of like, oh my gosh, like that's like crazy, right? It's a synchronicity. I totally see how my spirit guides and angels came in. And I feel like that is what's happening for you. It's kind of like, I think that experience was for me to share with you too, that not to worry, you, whatever it is that you were trying to create here, maybe you were trying to start your own community group, right? Maybe online, or maybe some followers or an audience of some sort, people that would appreciate what you were putting out into the world, recognizing your creative abilities. It's kind of like whatever you have been working on, you know, it has ended in some way. Once again, my idea for the community may not go forward, but it's understanding that it's helping me to see myself in a different way. And I feel like that's what you're doing. You're having some experience. Remember, you have divine timing and the Ace of Pentacles. You're having some divine experience. I totally see this happening for you. A divine experience where you see yourself in another way, or things suddenly turn, okay, in your favor in whatever you've been working on. It doesn't mean that it has to end. It's the energy of seeing yourself in one way and suddenly seeing yourself in another. Because when you have the Death card, immediately followed by the Fool card. It's kind of like out with the old, in with the new. That is just it. There's like almost no transition. Intuition, listen to your intuition. It never lies. Yeah, that is the truth. You know, I'm going to say I resonate with that in my situation, because it's kind of like I just knew. I knew. I knew. I knew that I was on in a way, I was on the right path, right? When I spoke up. And I feel like that's, oh my gosh, look at this. And then you have community and conflict. This is exactly kind of how I was feeling. And it's understanding that out of some conflict, you are allowing yourself to use your spirit guide, your spiritual gifts, your creative abilities, whatever it is, to help mend some situation in either a community you already are part of or a community you would like to create, because the outcome is the Nine of Cups. Your wishes are granted. This is the energy of your wishes are granted. Now, I'm going to say they may be coming in a different way than you were expecting, right? Kind of like for me, it's kind of like, oh, that didn't work out the way that I envisioned it working out. But in a way, I actually feel after yesterday, it's going to work out better than I expected. Yeah, this is you feeling like, is this ever going to come into balance? You have the Nine of Swords and the Five of Cups, right? So it's allowing yourself. Yeah, I feel like you put a lot of time, energy, maybe even money into a certain situation. You were determined, right? Even though there were people around you that perhaps were trying to there's almost an energy here of preventing you from moving forward in the direction that you wanted to go. But here you go. Page of Cups. Something either new coming in. This can be a new relationship. It can be an apology. It can be something that's coming in that when you allow yourself to open your heart to it, it actually moves you towards that 10 of Cups, that 10 of Pentacles energy. It's a beautiful energy of expansion, of no longer holding yourself back, saying, I am going to take the Knight of Pentacles. I am going to take those steps every single day for once, right? To reach my goal, to have that celebration, financial stability, right? Being recognized in the world. I feel like for those of you that feel like you haven't been recognized in the world, one of the things is that maybe this has been a journey of self-love, of continuing to believe in yourself, of continuing to use your intuition to move you forward on your path, to not allowing yourself to get caught up in the chaos of what other people may say, right? Yeah, that's a beautiful energy. All right, so Pisces, yeah, this has a beautiful ending for you. The outcome, Nine of Cups, right? Your wishes and dreams coming true. So stay diligent, right? But also open. Allow yourself to see how new avenues are opening up for you, because you have the World card here too. Making choices based on what your heart truly desires with the Lover's energy there. All right, let's pull a Soul Truth card for you for some final advice. Yeah, what else could this mean? I love that energy, right? What else could this mean? There are always multiple ways to look at every situation. Our first reaction is usually rooted in our fears and limiting beliefs. Look at a situation today by stepping out of the trigger and ask, what else could this mean? Yeah, I love that energy for you. All right, well, Pisces, I am going to leave it there. I wish you so much love and light. Thank you so much for all of your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.